He is being so silly right now. Peekaboo bike. You playing peekaboo? Hmm? Or are you just playing? You're funny. You're being so funny, Spike. You're being a funny boy. Spike, you are being so. I don't know what he's doing. He keeps going in and out of his house, and he's just being funny. What are you doing, Spiky? What are you doing, buddies? You are being funny. What are you doing? Are you being funny? Hi, buddy. You want to come outside? Huh? You want to come outside? Did you eat too much food? Hmm? Are you too full? Mm. What are you doing, Spiky? You're so cute, Spike. You're so cute. Are you just being cute? No. Are you being lovable? You're being funny. Spike's being funny. I think he ate too much food and he's too full. Did you eat too much? I think he ate too much. Spike, did you eat too much? You're funny, buddy. Oh no, here goes the dog. Oh, the damn dog. You come back out, Spikey? Or are you just gonna lay there half in, half out? You just gonna lay there half in, half out? What are you doing, Mr. Spike? I think he ate too much food. Did you eat too much? Did you eat too much, buddy? He's been eating really fast the last couple days, and I don't know why. And he ate a ton. What are you doing, buddy? Hi. Hi. You are so funny, Spike. Oh, he's getting sleepy. His eyes are starting to close. Harlan, he's in his house. He was outside running around, and I went inside and got him some apples and some of his food pellets, and I didn't think no way in the world he would eat all of it, but he ate every single bite of it. Like, he ate every single bite. And then he walked over here to his house and he started playing hide and seek. It was so cute. He'd peek his head out and he'd go back in when he seen me. And then I was like, I'm going to turn the camera on because, I don't know, I just thought he would, you know, just be Spike. And he turned his house around facing me at the door. And now I think he's trying to fall asleep like that. He's trying to go to sleep. Yeah, his eyes are starting to close, but he never sleeps like half out of his house like that. Like, turtles normally don't lay their heads out like that when they sleep. But I think he's like, no, I don't want to go to sleep. So he's trying to fight it. He's trying to fight it. Ain't you, Spike? I swear I think he ate too much. Oh my God, Spikey. You're being funny, buddy. I just think you're being funny. Come on. Where are you going, baby? Hi, Matthew. Yeah, she's back there. Hi, Spiky. Yeah, I've been trying to do live streams. But some days I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do it. He has ate so much today. I can't believe he's eating all this grass. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's a good pet. He's been pretty funny today. Yeah, Tyler, he is. He's been on a roll today. Go Stream! He ate so much food earlier. Oh my god. I was like, there's no way he's gonna eat all this, but it'll be okay. And then he went and laid like half in his house and half out of his house for about 20 minutes. And that's when I turned the camera on because I've never seen him lay in his house like that. And then he just came back outside. I didn't think there was, I've never seen him eat that much food, ever. He must be getting ready to have a growth spurt or something. He likes to play hide and seek with this house. He likes to go in and come out. I don't know. That's just what he likes to do. I'm gonna see if he is gonna hang halfway in and halfway out of his house. Oh, maybe he's not even drinking tea. He's gonna go in there. Maybe. Oh, thank you, Matthew. See, he's just playing today. He's just been playing all day. What are you doing, Spike? What are you doing, buddy? He has been on a roll today. Are you playing today? He has got the funniest personality for a turtle. Don't you? I have never seen him lay in his house like that. Like, with the half in there and half out of there. I have never ever seen him do that. What are you doing, buddy? Hi, Spiky. It's been in the weirdest mood today. What are you doing, buddy? You want to come out? Here, I'll let you out. Come on. He should be popping right back out any minute. Here he comes. Hi, Spiky. Hi, buddy. Are you just playing peekaboo? Are you playing peekaboo? He has been so funny today. Aww. They live long, blah, yeah. Yeah. Does yours ever have days like this where they just do funny stuff like he's doing? Like, I mean, I like when he has these days, but it's been a while since he's had one. Huh, Spike. Like, he's never laid half in and half out of his house like that. Yeah, Ghost Tree, I did. I did find one. I'll have to get it. It's a hot pink one, but he won't. He don't care what color it is. I was spraying him with the water hose earlier. He's just been on a roll today. Having a spike. Spiky. I swear his neck is getting longer. Is your neck growing, Spike? I don't know how much bigger he's gonna get. I think he's having a growth spurt right now. Uh-oh, he's getting ready to move. You coming out, Spike? Come on. Do you hear him making little noises? Come on, Spike. Spiky, come on. I guess he just wants to walk around his house, then he'll go back in it and he'll peek back out again. He's just playing today. Ghost Street, it was so weird. Like, earlier I went in to get his pellets, and I was like, oh, I'll give him a couple apples until his pellets get done soaking. But, like, he never eats all of either one of them. Like, he'll always leave apples left over and his pellets. He normally don't ever eat them all. And he ate every bite of them. So I went back in and I got him 2 carrots and some broccoli. He ate every bite of that. So I went back in and got him another apple and he ate that. And I was like, that's it, dude. You don't ever eat this much. Like, and then he's ate a ton of grass on top of it. And I'm like, Spike, what is up with you? But the last couple of days he's been like eating really, like biting his food like really hard. Like, I don't know, like it's gonna run away or something. And I don't know, I think he's having a growth spurt or something. He's getting ready to turn around. He just wants to play today. Peekaboo! Peekaboo, Spikey! You're just being a silly boy. What are we gonna do with you, Spike? What are we gonna do with you? He's like, I just want to play today. He sniffs everything like a dog does. It's so funny. Look at him biting it. I have no clue what this turtle is doing. Spike. He has never in his life bit his house. Yeah, he does need to go for his checkup. Ghost Street. He's like a month late. But my son-in-law has to take him because I can't lift him anymore. I've been telling him for the last probably 2 months that it's time for Spike's 4-month appointment. And he knows that. He lives here. He's like, okay. And I keep asking him when's a good day to make the appointment. And he's like, I'll get back to you. Which I understand. And he works in construction. And like in the spring and summer, he does work a lot. But still, Spike needs to go to his appointment. Because, like, by the time you would notice something wrong with your turtle, it's probably 90% too late to treat. So you really have to do a lot of preventative stuff and just be on top of stuff, because like by the time you would notice something was wrong with them, it'd probably be too late to treat them. Oh yeah. I don't know. Well, it don't matter if Fizz would do it or not, but there is that one, but I don't know if they do turtles. I'll have to ask them. But I know they do, like, farm animals, but I've never thought about that for him. But he's too big. I can't lift him anymore. Like, what? He's probably 6 months ago. He weighed 89 pounds, and I don't even know how. I mean, I would say he probably weighs 90, 91, something like that now. Um, but it's heavy, and on top of that, he tries to fight you because he don't like to be picked up. So he does everything he can to get, to make you let go of him, and I just can't do it anymore. Like last time I picked him up, I almost dropped him, And I was like, I swear I'll never pick him up again, and I haven't because, oh my God, I'd be beside myself if I dropped him. But my son-in-law, he's like 6'7". Like one time I got my um, riding lawnmower stuck in the ditch, and I tried everything in the world to get this lawnmower out of the ditch, and I couldn't get it. Like, it was just sitting there, and he got home from work. He's like, is the lawnmower stuck? And I was like, yeah. I tried everything to get it out, but I can't get it out, so I was going to see if you would help me. He's like, yeah, I'll get it out. Let me change my clothes. And I was like, well, holler at me. I'll go out there with you and help you. And I heard the door open, so I hurried up and went out. He literally just picked the riding lawnmower up like a Tonka toy and just sat it back in the yard for me. Like, he just picked the whole thing up and just sat it back in the yard for me. And I was like, thank you, but I was going to help you. Like, you know. He's like, oh, it's okay. It's no big deal. He just picked the whole thing up, and I was like, I don't know how in the world you did that, but okay. I've never seen nobody do that. I'm going to call tomorrow, Ghost Tree, about that mobile veterinarian and see if they do turtles. Which he just needs his checkup, you know, just his weight, and you know, they just look over him and all that stuff to make sure that they don't see anything wrong with him. Spike does pretty good with them. He don't like it when they shine the light in his eyes, but that's really the only part that he don't like, is when they shine that light in his eyes. He don't care for that. Spike only has to do blood work once every, I think, 3 years. I'm pretty sure it was 3 years. 2 or 3. No, it was over 2. Because, I don't know, he might have to do it this year. This might be the year he has to do it. Oh, Spiky. But the veterinarian always says, I don't know what you feed him, but he's the biggest turtle for being 11 that I've ever seen. I was like, I just feed him turtle food and vegetables, that's it. Oh, Spiky. But males are normally bigger than the females, so I don't know if he just sees a lot of female ones. And then he sees Spike, and Spike's a male. And you know, the male in every species is bigger. Because I don't think Spike's any bigger than any other male his age. He'd probably, I've never seen one, but I'm just saying, like any other 11-year-old turtles, they're probably as big as him. Spike's never seen another turtle before. I can't wait to get another turtle. As long as they get along, I don't know what in the world I'm going to do if they don't get along. That's going to be a headache. Oh, Spike, are you going to be nice? Are you going to be nice to another turtle? Yeah? I guess as long as it don't touch his food, he'll be alright. He's been acting so funny today. Which he has his days where he does this. Look, he hears the helicopter. What is that, buddy? What was that? I think he's having a growth spurt right now. He just wants to eat everything. But he's just been in a funny mood all day. Like, he's never like this inside, like half in, half out his house. I think he's just having a funny day. Huh, Spiky? You're just having a funny day, huh? Spike's so sweet. He's a sweet turtle. He's a sweet big turtle. When people see him, their first question is, will he bite? I'm like, no, he wouldn't bite you if you paid him to bite you. He still wouldn't bite you. Oh, I gotta get a drink of my pop real quick. Yeah, Ghost, I'm glad you said that about the mobile veterinarian. I can't wait to call them tomorrow because I know there's a couple of them that do that because my daughter's boyfriend, like his parents has a lot of horses and stuff, and they have one that goes out to their house. So I'm gonna call them tomorrow. I hope they see turtles. I mean, Spike's good in the car and everything. Like, he just sits there, and I just normally lay the seats down and put him in there, and he just lays there and looks out the window the whole time. And it's so funny, the whole time you're driving there and back, like, people are just constantly pointing at you because I guess they're not used to seeing a big turtle in the car, you know? So people's constantly pointing at you. Because Spike literally just looks like a dog sitting there looking out the window. Yes, it is adorable. I thought about that too. I thought, well, if I ever seen a big turtle in the back of the car looking out the window, I would think it was cute too. I just, I just always smile and wave at everybody. Look at him yawning. Oh, Spike, that was a big yawn. He's got hay in his mouth. But you know how he is, Ghost Tree. When he wants to go to bed, he'll literally just go in his house, and that's the end of it. Like, you don't see him no more. He's been playing like this since probably about 5:30. Oh, Spiky. Are you playing? I just been leaving his door unlocked at night so that way, because if he wants out before I get out here, he can just trust me. Spike knows how to open the doors. He just runs right into stuff. And he just pushes stuff till he gets out. But he knows how to open his door. He does it every day. I just close it at night so that way if like any ghostry, oh my god, I'm glad I thought of this. You know how I said I was going to point the cameras down to get them possums? Them possums have not been back not one time. Not one time. Last night, I was working on these wood things that I do, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning when I came out in the backyard, and a raccoon, I guess I scared it. It literally jumped over the fence. I scared it. But anyway, that's the first time I've seen a raccoon in, oh my gosh, a long time. But I haven't seen those possums in forever. Like I don't know. Like whenever we talked about them last and I told you I seen them, like they're both just gone. Because that camera's still pointed down at the cat food bowl, and I check it every day, and never, there's no red lines where motion sets it off or whatever. And normally I see them possums because I'm always going in and out at nighttime, and I haven't seen either one of them in at least, I don't know, probably a month. Now I'm worried to death about them because I swear that one was pregnant and I couldn't wait to see her baby possums. I hope I looked on the road when I was out there. I always look when I'm leaving and going somewhere, and I don't see any dead possums on the road anywhere. I hope they didn't get hit and go off and die somewhere or something though, because these people out here don't even try to miss the animals. It's like they just keep going full steam ahead. It's the worst thing ever. I would literally put my car in a ditch before I hit an animal. Not these people though, they just keep going. so worried about them possums, Ghost Stream. I walked up and down the little road, just go like turn off the main road, and you go down a little road before you, and then I'm the only driveway back here. I keep walking up and down there, hoping I see them like in the woods or something, but I haven't seen them at all. And I swear that one was pregnant. And I mean, I fed them cat food and stuff, and sandwiches. And I don't know why they would just leave. Like, you figure they would stay where they're getting fed at. And I was looking so forward to seeing her babies. I don't know if that raccoon I saw last night, if that's the normal one that's here. I didn't get to look at him. He like jumped over the fence so fast. Which I don't see. That's why I close Spike's door at night, because I don't want a raccoon or nothing messing with Spike. Because what if it's got diseases or something? But I hope the possums are okay wherever they're at. That's so sad. I even told my daughter to be looking out for them. Oh, if he goes to sleep tonight, which I don't know, but if he does, I'm gonna do a stream for them kids. That's if Spike plans on going to sleep tonight. He looks like he's wild for sound. Spikey, why ain't you going to sleep, buddy? What is he doing? Spikey, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Watch, he'll go in there. And, well, maybe he'll go in there. I don't know. I said something. Now he's not going to go. He's been going in there and like laying down for a second and then spinning around and coming back out. Or laying halfway out. Watch, he'll get in there. He'll lay down for a second and then he'll spin to where he's laying halfway. Well, I don't know. He's not even going in there. You coming out, buddy? He's coming out. I think. Well, maybe not. You guys know this is not normal for Spike. What are you doing, buddy? He'll come right back out. Watch, he's gonna lay down. And then he's gonna spin around. Here it goes. This is not normally how Spike normally don't do this. He's got it wrong. He's trying to figure out how to get his head out. Like what, Izzy? He does this every once in a while. Like I call it just being funny. Like he'll have funny days like this every once in a while. I think he's having a growth spurt right now because he's eating like twice as much as he normally eats. You hear him making that noise? I don't know if you can hear him, but he's making his noise. Yeah, he's not acting normal. He's acting fun. I call it funny, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. I think when he has growth spurts, he does this to where he just eats like twice as much food, and I don't know. He just does. I call him funny days. He's just having one of his funny days, and I haven't. It's been a while since he's had one. Probably, I don't know, a good 6-7 months. So I think I'm just not used to him. Maybe Spike is pregnant. He has never, ever, ever seen another turtle. Ain't that awful, Ghost Strength? He has never seen another turtle. Not even like a box turtle. Me and my daughter was talking about that earlier today. I remember when I was growing up, box turtles used to be everywhere. Everywhere. I probably see maybe one a year. Sometimes I don't even see one a year. Where have all the turtles gone? Like, there's literally no more box turtles. And the only time I see a snapping turtle is if, like, I go to a lake or something like that. Like, there's just no more turtles out wandering around. Yeah, like, I don't think there's anything wrong, like, bad wrong with Spike. He's just, I personally think he's just having a growth spurt. Like, he does have these funny days where he does funny stuff like this, but trust me, if I thought something was wrong with him, we would have been in the car. Like, I can't. I mean, you can do whatever to me, whatever. I'm good with it, but when it comes to my animals, no, I can't handle it. It's like one of my kids. Like my daughter, like two weeks ago, she went to bed and got up and was just, like, got up like 30 minutes later and was just puking everywhere. And I was like, what's wrong? She was like, I don't know. So I ran in my room and I got my pulse ox and my stethoscope and stuff like that, and her blood pressure was a little bit low, but yet her heart rate was way up. Like, it was like 111 at resting. You know what I mean? Like, no, it should be at 111 if you're running track or something. And I'm telling you what, I made her boyfriend pick her up and sit her in the front seat of my truck, and I drove like a maniac to the hospital. You don't even want to know what it was. She took something that she found out she was allergic to. And I was like, if you would have told me that, we wouldn't have had to came all this way. Like, get a $3,000 hospital bill just because she didn't tell me she took what she took. I'm just like, oh, God, kid, only you. Or 6. I don't know what that means, Izzy. I know, Ghostry. Yes. She took one of them, because they made it legal in Ohio. So she took one of those, I don't know, I don't even know what they are. The little chewy THC things. And I said, why didn't you tell me that when we was at home? And she's like, I don't know. And the doctor looked at me and I said, if I would have known that, we wouldn't have came here. Like, that kid is allergic to everything. Why she would think you're getting rats? Oh man. Rats multiply fast. Yeah, I told the doctor that. I was like, if I would have known she took that, we wouldn't be here right now. But she didn't tell me. She let me think something was wrong with her. And then last week, she got the bills out of the mail, and she's like, 3,000, I don't know, 3,000 something. I was like, that's only one bill. There's more coming than that, trust me. I said, yeah, because you didn't tell me what you did. And I was like, don't worry, I'm going to pay for it, even though you did it. I'll pay for it. And I'm sure we got other bills coming from that day. Yeah, exactly. Ghostry, that kid is allergic to everything. She's allergic to anything that blooms. She's allergic to grass. She's allergic to animal, like the animal dander, and she was, all the animals we have here and her animals. But she's allergic to animals. She's allergic to everything. Like if she touches a cat, a dog, a horse, any kind of animal whatsoever, like she can't touch, she has to immediately wash her hands, because if she even touches her face or anything like that, her whole face swells up. And if she would have told me she took that edible thing, I would have known that was it. But I said, did you take anything? She was like, shook her head like, no. And I told Grant, I said, put her in my truck so I can take her to the hospital. He's like, okay, I'll be behind you. I was like, okay. Yeah. Are you allergic to all that stuff too? But see, she has used it to her advantage her whole entire life, Ghostry. She that's the reason she could never mow grass growing up or pull weeds, or which, I mean, she is allergic to it. But yeah, she's like, I can't. I remember one day I was like, you kids are going to go outside. All four of them was sitting in front of the TV when I think the girls were like 11. So the boys were a couple years older than them. But it was so pretty out. It was a summer day. It was like 80 something. And we got a basketball court here. We got stuff for them to do. They have their scooters and bikes. I was like, you guys are going to go outside and stop sitting in front of this TV. Well, I said that to him when I was walking through the living room. I came back through like 5-10 minutes later. They were all still sitting there like I didn't say a word. And I was like, look guys, I'll get the damn satellite, whatever, cable, whatever it's called. I'll get it turned off. And if I get it turned off, I ain't getting it turned back on. I don't know, 5-10 minutes later, they were all still sitting there. I picked up my cell phone. And I called, I think we had Dish at the time, I think. Or we had, I don't know. I don't say. I don't know. Anyway, don't matter. We have one of them. I picked up my phone, and oh my gosh. So what is that, like, what does that mean, Ghostry? Like, is UVB, like, that's not the sun, is it? Ain't the sun UVA? I don't know. Yeah, so you really couldn't go outside that much. Anyway, I picked up my phone I called wherever we got satellite through, and I turned it off, and that's been 12 years ago, and I've never turned it back on since. Sun rays. Yeah, so you would have to be really careful going outside in the sun, wouldn't you? I'm not supposed to go outside in the sun, but I do, and my doctor yells at me. But how do you avoid the sun in the summertime? I gotta plug this phone in. I told him, I said, it's not like anybody else is gonna do the yard work. He's like, well, you need to do it when the sun goes down. I'm like, that would take me, by the time I got done, I'd have to start all over again. Because he always sees like my tan lines when I go. He's like, why are you in the sun? I'm like, I have to do yard work. But 2 weeks before my 40th birthday, I got diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. But like, I'm over all that. Like, I did chemo and radiation, had surgery, and I just finished up my 5 years of because they said my estrogen was the food for the cancer, and so I had to do where they gave me a shot every month, and then I took a pill every day, estrogen blocker, for 5 years, and I just finished that. And he's like, once you've had cancer somewhere, you're 3 times more than likely to get it somewhere else again. I'm like, I rebuke that. Don't even be talking that to me. No, we are not doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you figured it out, you know what I mean? And that way you could protect yourself before you go outside. Like I'm sure everybody's seen somebody in their family have cancer. I'm sure it's everywhere. Um, and watching my aunts and uncles go through like chemo and stuff, I used to think like, man, you just don't. I told my daughter, I said, if I ever had to do that again, I would not do that ever again. Like, no, I'm just going out of this world. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you what chemo does to you. Like, I can't even make sentences half the time. And I've never been like that. I've always been quick witted. Like, no, it changes you forever. On top of being, like, even water tasted bad. Like, oh, oh, thank you. Yes, I told her. She said she threw the edible things away. So I said, yeah, we'll probably have $5,000-6,000 worth of medical bills by the time it's done. Oh, but since I have a daughter, they wanted me to do genetic testing to see because if I have the breast cancer gene, my daughter would probably have it. And so I did the genetic testing, and the lady called me, and she said, Tanya, your test results are back. And I was like, what, do I have like all 42 bad, bad, whatever they're called, characteristics or whatever? She's like, no. And she was laughing. She's like, I don't think a baby could be formed with that many defects. I was like, well, I probably got as many as you can possibly have. And she said, actually, I've been doing my job for 23 years, and you are the first person I've ever seen that has no genetic markers on your DNA for cancer. She said, cancer is so, it's like in everybody's DNA. She said, it's in everybody's DNA nowadays. She said, you have no genetic markers for cancer. I said, as I sit here with stage 2 breast cancer, make that make sense. And she said, well, that just tells us that it was environmentally caused and not genetically. And I was like, environmentally, I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't live in a city. I live by cornfields and nothing. Like, there's nothing here. Like, if I want to go to the store, I'm driving 25 minutes one way just to go get something that people would go to the corner. That's my corner store. Like, and I don't know. But anyway, I didn't have it in my DNA. I didn't have the breast cancer gene. So, like, if my daughter ends up with breast cancer, she would have had, I'm not saying she could have got it environmentally like I did, but if my daughter has the breast cancer gene, she got it from her dad's side. Like, because I don't have it to pass down to her. Yes, Ghost Tree. Those papers, because, like, my mom has 5 brothers and 5 sisters, or 4 sisters. There's 10 of them. There's 5 girls and 5 boys. My mom is the only one of them that hasn't died from cancer. I mean, even her mom, even my grandma died of cancer. And so, it's in our family, like, it's every generation. And I don't know. But breast cancer is not. Like, breast cancer, there's close to 1,000 people in my family, cousins and all that, because my grandma had so many kids. Not one person in my entire family's ever had breast cancer. Not one. Like, I'm the very first person ever. And it's just so weird. It's just, I don't know. Man, I feel so bad, though, thinking of seeing all my aunts and uncles that went through chemo and stuff. Like, I wish I would have known how they felt, back then. Like, once you can relate to that, I just don't even know. It is, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Like, I think I lost like 63 pounds. Like, and this is the weirdest thing. Like, they say, like, as you're going through chemo, you're really sick, like throwing up and stuff. I never, ever was sick. Like, nothing tasted good. That's why I didn't eat. It's not that I wasn't sick. I wasn't sick to my stomach, but water even tasted bad. Like, oh my gosh, there is no way you're drinking orange juice or anything with sugar in it. There is no way. You cannot tolerate that. It tasted like somebody dumped a bag of sugar in your mouth. It was so awful. Like, that's why I lost all my weight. It wasn't because I was sick. It was because nothing. I just couldn't stand the taste of anything. And okay, so, like, I went through all my chemo, all my radiation. No, I did radiation first. I had my surgery first to remove the tumor. Then I had 28 radiation sessions, and then I had 12 chemo sessions. My very last chemo session, my very last one, I still to this day feel sick. Like, all the way up until that very last one, I never felt sick. Food just didn't taste good. But that very last one, I still to this day live on nauseous medicine. If I didn't take, like the doctor, he still gives me 3 a day. Like, if I didn't take that every 8 hours, oh, I know, it would be bad. Like, and I asked him, I said, but how can I go through all that? Like, all that radiation, all the chemo, and my very last chemo treatment make me sicker than a dog. And the feeling has never went away. He said, it's just a side effect that some people get. I'm like, no, that doesn't even sound right. Like, you can't just go through all that. Yeah, she came in here. You can't just go through all that and not be sick, and then the very last one make you sicker than a dog, and the feeling never goes away. That's, I don't know. That just don't seem right to me. It's, I don't wish it on nobody, I'm telling you. And like, I told my doctor, I said, you can't even get a mammogram until you're 40 through the insurance. Well, unless you find a lump or a bump or something. But you know, from the time I found that, my lump, this is the dumbest story. Let me get my drink and I'll tell you the story real quick. Like, hold on, you know those little, they're like ladybug looking things, but they're not ladybugs. They're like the orange ones. You know what I'm talking about? And like, in the spring and summer, they'll fly in your house or whatever. I don't know. There's some kind of beetle, I think they say. Okay. Well, there was 2 or 3 of them walking across the ceiling. And so, I suck everything up with the vacuum cleaner. Spiders, it don't matter what it is, I'm getting the vacuum. So, I got the vacuum, and I'm getting them off the ceiling, you know. And I thought I felt one crawling on me. So I, like, you know, went to get it off me, and when I did that, that's when I felt the bump. I was like, what is that? Like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it can't be nothing, you know? Like, it can't be. Like, that don't even run in my family. Like, it just can't be. So I ignored it for, I don't know, probably a good 6 months. And it was getting bigger. Like, it was growing. And I was like, you know, so I made an appointment with my gynecologist. And she's like, yeah, I definitely feel something there. There's definitely a bump. So we'll send you over for a mammogram. Yeah, yep. Go straight. That's exactly what they did to me. I went to the, I had to go to the hospital to get the mammogram. And they did the mammogram. And then she took me into this room in the back or whatever and did the ultrasound. And I was like, what is it? What is it? I kept asking the lady doing it. I was like, what do you see? What do you see? And she wouldn't say a word. Wouldn't say a word. So that told me, you know, what it was right then, because she wasn't saying nothing. And when she got done, she was like, okay, you can sit up. So I sat up on the side of my bed. And the doctor came in and she like knelt on the floor in front of me and put her hands on my knees. And she was like, is there somebody we can call to come here with you? I was like, no, why? I'm almost 40. What are you talking about? I'm a grown woman. I don't need somebody to come here with me. She's like, well, I just don't want you to be by yourself. I'm like, the worst you can tell me is that it's cancer. I'm not going to freak out. I mean, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to flip out on you or anything. And she's like, well, we still need to biopsy it, but I've seen thousands of these, and it's cancer. I'm telling you, it's cancer. And I was like, okay, it's okay. She's like, do you want to call somebody? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. You know? Like, and my daughter knew I was going to get that test done that day. I think she was like in 11th or 12th grade. I can't remember. No, it was her senior year. It was her senior year. And she called me, and I was sitting there on the bed because the doctor had left the room to go get something. I think phone numbers. to another doctor to do the biopsy and stuff. And my daughter had called my phone, and I answered it, and she's like, Mom, what'd they say? I was like, oh, we'll talk about it when you get home from school, you know. She's like, yeah, hold on, Izzy. I gotta finish telling the story, though. And I was like, yeah, we'll talk about it when you get home. She calls my mom, and that's all I said to my daughter, was like, we'll talk about it when you get home. She calls my mom screaming and crying, telling my mom, you know, Mom's got cancer. And I was like, why did you call her? I was never going to tell. I don't want to put that worry on her. Why did you tell her? So my mom knew instantly. Then my mom's calling me crying. I'm like, oh my God, my kid, man. I didn't even tell her. I said, we'll talk about it when you get home. Anyway, that's that story. But I'm better. Like, I did everything that I had to do. I'm better. I guess Spike finally went to sleep in his house. He's not playing anymore. I see his foot, but that's all I can see. Oh, I could show you her. Let me get this off. I'm gonna unplug this. There's Fluffy. There's Fluffy. What are you doing, Fluffy? No, don't leave. Let me see you, Fluffy. She keeps walking. No, stay there. Stay there. I'm trying to get her on there. Stay there. She is one of the homeless cats, Ghostly, that come back here. She's the one that all the other homeless cats are mean to. Ain't that so awful? So she stays back here with me, and she lives in the shed there. I took her inside, but she does not like being inside the house, I think because of the dogs. So I thought she was going to have a seizure. She was so upset from being inside. Hold on, Fluffy. And like, I didn't know what else to call her, so I just started calling her Fluffy. She's trying to rub her head on me. I see you, Fluffy. Oh, yes, she did, Ghostly. She sure did. So I put a heater in the shed for her, and then she's got fans in the summertime, but she's out all day. Like, I'll put her at about 1 o'clock in the morning. She runs to the shed and is like, lock the door so nothing can get me, I guess, because that's when most of the cats fight and stuff. So about 1 o'clock, she'll run to the shed, and I'll close it and lock it so nothing can get in there to her, because every one of the cats are mean to her. Even the other female cats beat her up. I gotta take her and have her spayed it and stuff and get her all of her shots. She's so sweet, though. I can't believe... I swear somebody just dropped a litter of them off, because there's 3 out front, but they don't look like her. I mean, one of the girls look like her, but she's got short hair. She don't have the long hair, but she's colored just like her. But I think there's 1 girl and 2 boys out front, and then her. And they're all 3 mean to her. They all beat her up. They attack her as soon as they see her. It's so awful. I'm just like, Fluffy is so sweet. Like, she doesn't bother anybody. I mean, and the other cats out front are sweet. Like, they don't bother nothing other than Fluffy. And I just don't know. I don't know. They just don't like her. But like when she gets a knot in her hair or something, I just cut it. She lets me cut it out, and she's always been a sweet cat. Oh, maybe that's it, because none of them are fixed ghost trees. I swear somebody just dumped them off. And I mean, I've been feeding them for a couple of years because, I don't know, I just don't want nothing to be hungry. But Fluffy, she lives in the shed. I mean, she doesn't live in the shed, she sleeps in the shed. She's out all day. But she normally stays inside the fence. Only time she'll go outside of the fence is when I have to let the dogs out. She'll jump over the fence, and then as soon as the dogs go in, she'll come back over. Are you sweet, Fluffy? She wants canned food. I gotta get her, go inside and get her some canned food. I need to get all the other three cats out front and take them and get them fixed and get their shots too. I mean, they're not my cats, but they're nobody's cats, you know what I mean? And I don't want one of them getting sick or dying or something crazy like that. Because if one of them got sick, I would take it to the hospital and spend thousands on it, even though it's not my cat. So I'm just gonna take them all and get them all spayed and neutered and get their shots, whatever shots they get. But she's so pretty, I'm just like, why would somebody just drop her off? Like, why would somebody just see her pawing at me? I'm like, as sweet as she is, like, I don't know why somebody would just, kick her out, drop her off, whatever. I mean, the other cats are sweet too. None of them's mean. They're just mean to her. Like, but they're not mean to me. And I'm just like, I don't know. There's some mean humans in this world. Okay, Fluffy. Okay, I gotta plug this in or it's gonna die, Fluffy. I gotta plug it in. You can come with me. I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure is there's some pretty mean humans in this world that just throw baby kittens out. But like I told you, I live in the middle of nowhere, so that's why they just throw them out here, because there's nothing around. They probably threw them in the field or something. Oh, stand up. But I was telling my daughter that earlier, that I gotta make an appointment for all of them to get them all spayed and neutered. Crap, I gotta reach that cord before this dies. So I'm gonna call the vet tomorrow, and then I'm gonna call the one vet yesterday that, the house, the one that comes to your house, the mobile vet, yeah. Okay, it's plugged in. I'm glad Spike finally went to sleep. He was being funny. Come on, Fluffy, you can come over here. She's sitting over there like, I want canned food. She's spoiled. Yes, he is Ghost Ray. But you seen how funny he was acting. Like Spike never does that. Goes in his house and then like hangs halfway out. I think he's having a growth spurt because he does have funny days like this. But He ate so much food. I was like, and Spike's one of them, I guess all turtles do it, but like when he's done, he'll just walk on top of it or whatever. He don't care. He's done with it. He ate every single bite of everything I gave him earlier, and that's not like him. So we'll just see how much bigger he gets. Like we need him to get any bigger. I don't know. He's nowhere near done growing though. I don't remember how long they grow for, but he's nowhere near done. I need to measure him. I need to like measure how long he is and how wide he is. I'll do that tomorrow. I would say he's probably a little over 3 feet long, maybe. And probably 3 feet across. I'm probably no, probably more than 5 inches thick. Like he's a chunky butt. Ghost have you ever tore a wall out between two rooms to make it one room? Have you ever done that? Because that's what my daughter wants me to do. Which I'm all right, but I just have never done it. I just don't know what I'm getting into.